first things first. This
Get
swing.
strong.
Yeah.
Get strong hands.
Get 11s on and beef up your fingers. Oh, this rhythm where he's so behind.
Yeah.
He's dragging so much. You did it so well. Just demonstrate that on its own.
Yeah,
just
so...
boom, jabum, jabum.
Yeah, let me pull up. We'll just do it in E for the moment. Just literally. So if you break it down as... But what gives it the... is those mutes.
Yeah.
And kind of making that upstroke rhythm there part of the progression as well.
So that upstrum is very late.
Yeah.
And you're also hearing it's dragging. It's
Big time.
dragging in time and it's dragging up all the strings slowly. We're hearing that.
Yeah.
Just damn it a couple more times so people can hear that.
I'll try and go slow, but it's hard to play it slow.
No, of course, because you hear it even more, right? And then just to give us it up to speed, just this comparison.
It's that swampy, kind of like running through water.
Yeah.
Running through water, if I could pronounce the word water better, kind of feeling, you know, it's like, oh.
It is, but that's what gives it. It gives it a swagger. Like it's like the sound of John Wayne walking, isn't it? It's like but it's cool. It's the
think
cowboy
of it like
thing.
that. Think of John Wayne walking.
Cowboy hat. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You know.
If you enjoy this video, why not check out the full course available at andyguitar.co.uk. Get loads of lesson content that is not available on YouTube, but is structured and easy to follow with progress tracking built in to keep you moving forward. The link to that is in the description. Let's get back to the video.
So we're 12-bar blues in the key of E, but then this little... Where's that?
So you can look at it E minor, kind of...
Absolute.
But you can be naughty if you really...
Yeah.
And put the kind of just a C sharp going on there. But there's a couple of little minor major thing going on there.
Major, yeah, that's kind of a standard blues thing, but he over accentuates.
Yeah, especially like in the rhythm, you can have your standards, but then thrown in that.
Never
G-sharp.
the other way around. Always that way. Same with any lead lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny B. Good, right? It's like a minor to major when you slow it down.
Yeah, very
same
rarely.
Thing, just
not
never
quite the same. But
when people are learning it, it's like, what do we do? It's always that way around.
Absolutely, yeah.
There are definitely a couple of concepts for sure. A lot of walking down minor pentatonic chord blues.
Yeah.
You can do the same an octave up, but that's all on the one chord, like E stuff and this. As soon as it gets to the 4 chords, it's a bit. What would you do and what did you do?
Yeah, so there's a couple from the rhythm and lead thing there. So you could obviously do that kind of idea, but with an A7, the 4 chord here, what's really cool if you think of your regular A kind of chord, and then but play this G, which is the minor 7th, which is making it an A7. You can kind of think of your kind of minor pentatonic still, E minor pentatonic still over that, because that G's in there.
But accentuate that G.
And you're
note.
accentuating that G. Which then links it back into that E again there. So that's a good little trick there. If you're playing an A7, but you're in the key of E, so the A7's the 4 chord. Now shape 5, if you will. of E minor pentatonic kind of linking back in there again.
And then over your 5 chord, so the turnaround section.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Stevie Ray Vaughan
So
styles.
slip a little like this. So over to B7. You've got all that malarkey, haven't you?
You're thinking, now we're in the key of B, is the
Yeah.
best way to think about it. And we're over a B chord.
In a way, it's almost jazz because you're playing over these changes. So when you're on the E, you're kind of thinking of E. When you're on the A, yeah, you can still think of E minor pentatonic, but you could... So there, I'm just doing the exact same lick. Well, there I went to the major, actually. I'll stick it to minor. Exactly the same idea, emphasising that minor major, but it sounds like you know what you're doing even more.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
What it's all about. And then you got your...
Same as an acoustic 12-bar blues.
Exactly, but because we got this swagger going on, so there I'm really hitting the hell out of the strings. If I was now I'm in kind of Big Bill Brucey, but
it's using the same notes.
Exact same notes, yeah.
Just how it's played, isn't it? There's one more lick I'd do in a similar context, the Stevie Ray Vaughan lick, right? So there.
Oh.
I never remember how to end it because there's
all that kind of mishmash of stuff, isn't it? That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. So that.
And it's playing one note there that's totally out of key. It doesn't matter what you use.
Yeah.
There's no way in B you would ever play a C. Just play a B chord now. It sounds kind of Spanish.
It's very Spanishy, kind of harmonic, minor-y. Or Phrygian dawn, actually. But because it's in passing.
Yeah, just like you would do.
It sounds lovely.
Just like B flat in this key is totally out of key. Yeah, you use it all the time. You can do the same with lead licks. And this one does that.
Even there with that, you know, when it's slow, it's kind of out, but just a little bit quicker.
How much does Stevie Ray use hybrid picking?
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah,
would he do that kind of lick with?
Well, he would kind of. Sometimes he'll use it as popping the strings.
I do love that tone.
Which he
and again, more on a Strat, it just makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm
single coils, isn't it? It does give a thing.
But I think in Scuttlebutton, he's kind of doing a little mishmash, you know, kind of.
Well, that was something I've pretty much learned from you, which is once you've got a technique down, like throw the rule back out the window and just use whatever's there, whichever one. There's no rhyme or reason to when would you use the fingers over the pick. You know, you mix it up. Actually play with it.
And to the point where you don't even think about it. It's only when someone says, "Oh yeah, I did.
pure
My fingers
flow
did
state.
come out there."
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And then
go
you,
with that.
you hear a lot of times like, "How do I get my own style?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, just play.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how do I get
Go
to
with
talk like me? You know, you just talk, don't you?
You don't think about it. It's learning the technique first of all, and then learning to use it is just use it.
Yeah.
You don't need permission. You don't need to do it at a certain time. Just use it. And hybrid picking's been one of those things that I've always been scared of. Like, when do I use it? And just even if you just stop using the pick and start using your fingers.
Yeah. Still have the picking. There we go.
And it's suddenly got a sound. It's like it just kind of sounds.
And if
better
you do that same
in a
thing with the
certain context.
pick, it's not quite the same. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There's something about.
It gets you. You work the vibe.
I suppose. That. I mean, one thing I like is crept into my playing quite a bit. I'll kind of instead of like a little rake.
like you would do a pick.
Yeah, but I'm mute instead of, yeah, exactly. So I prefer the sound with the fingers. So if I've got if I was doing that, but I really like. So there it's just kind of I'm doing more fingers and pick really there. If I want the pick there, I'll bring it out.
It's
you know?
there ready to use.
Yeah.